So, hi everybody and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 70 and in this video I give you a short trick. But first of all, here's again my overview, and we stopped here in the section with this worm tentacles. I showed you already in my last video that you can create now this worm tentacles. You can create a static mesh, and then you can animate them, and how you can animate and create all this kind of stuff I will show you in the next video perhaps, because in this video I will give you a trick how you can perhaps avoid all the steps. And let's say you don't want to make animations, or you don't have the clue how to model, then use this trick. Perhaps it can help you. And the trick is very simple. You try to find a free static mesh which you can use, or which is already animated. And then what you have to do is probably you should check your library, and that's why it's very nice to grab all-time free assets from the marketplace or from the internet and make your own containers with blueprints, free assets, free animations, all this kind of stuff, because you can use them. But there is a second problem. The second problem is, even there are many free assets, they are probably not that what you really want. For example, in my case, I said I need here now something like tentacles, which comes out of the earth. And to create them, it's probably the best way, because then you can make it exactly like you want. But if you try to find now a free assets here in my library, for example, this marketplace library, which I have here, and you can see I have here a lot of different kind of stuff, and I need probably to create an organizer for all the things. But the important thing is the thing which I need is probably not in this library. And then you have to, let's say, reuse the assets which you have in a way that you can make it usable. And one free asset was one time free. It was this Kraken. You can see this Kraken was one time free. I don't know if it's still free. I added this Kraken to my project, but you can see the Kraken is not that exactly what I want, because it is more something like which lives in us water and not on our earth. But the point is here, like I said, you will not find all time a perfect asset. But what you can do is just use the part which you want. So what I did is I added here this Kraken mesh here, imported, downloaded to my project. Then I placed not the whole mesh here. I just grabbed here the animation part here, for example, this one here. I grabbed this part here because this animation part here there is attached animation. I can attach to this an animation. And then, for example, let me show you which animation we can attach. Here is on the right side here in details. When you go down to animation section, there is one, but of course you can open this one up or double click on this animation part, and then you have here on the right side already some animations. And let's say you try to find one which you want. And in my case, I said, okay, I want idle, this one. But the problem here is, you can see the body part. I don't want this body part. The mouth and all the other things looks very nice, but the body part looks wrong. And the trick is here now, you can just hide the body part. That's it. Or you can even replace the body part later, if it's possible. I don't know, I have never tried it. But in my case, I said I can hide the body part. And what I did is just take this Kraken, rotate it, put it down and scaled it. Let's put this, and you can scale it a little bit lower. And you can see now only the tentacles goes out. And this one is animated because I used here the animated version. Here you can use the animated, and then not use here the blueprint, just use the animated asset, the one asset which you want. So I don't even have to configure the blueprint now, which ends up to this one. So I created here this one. It's the same thing like before. I scaled it down, put it, hide the body because I don't want the body. Mouth would be cool because you can see the mouth looks also like a worm mouth. The only problem is the body, because that's not a worm body. This is definitely something else. But like I said, you just hide the part which you don't want. And I said, in my thing, this body, I don't have even to show the body if I want not. So that I just indicate these tentacles here. And then, because it's animated, I just can place it where I like it. Let's say later in my gameplay, I place it there. Let's play from here. Let's see if I find this. And you can see how this looks like. It's already finished. I make nothing, literally nothing. That's it. Very fast. And you see the body is hidden. I can use it and I can skip all creating animation, creating assets, creating all this kind of steps, which needs a little bit knowledge. It's not bad if you get this knowledge, how to create animations on all this kind of stuff. But let's say you want to make something fast. And in my case, for example, this would be already very nice. Also, I think it's already cool for doing almost nothing, just downloading, selecting one animation, which is already there, and that will fit. And that's the point. You make the asset which is free, you try to fit it in your scene, even if it's not the right asset. Like I said, this asset is body is wrong, but okay, we can hide it. What the player can't see, the player will think he can only see this tentacles here, which is coming out, and then he can imagine whatever the body is, but he will not see the body, and we can make use of it. But there is one thing which you have to consider. For example, if you have something like that, your space will grow because this kraken is very big, so you have to optimize probably the texture size, make it low. And yeah, that's the downside, because you have here the whole mesh as well. When you create your own version, so you can just skip all the other parts here or make it very with low resolution and also things like that. So it has some downsides, but you can see, I think the positive sides are also very nice, because I'm finished. I'm almost finished. And now I can go and try to make this gameplay. So the Kraken is here. And like I said, now our goal is now to throw here something here in this direction. So this one, the monster womb will go later here. And later I shot this, for example, with my pistol, and then I blow up. So I can go to the next part actually to make an explosion, for example. Just get it also for free. So I can skip all the this part with this not cascade, Niagara. What is this Niagara here? Yes, to create all this kind of stuff. So I think that's it for this video. This is just this tip which you can use, and you can use this in many things. And don't worry about that this asset is a wrong asset, because in gameplay the player will not see it, at least not when he is playing normal. He will not see the body that I use here, a Kraken body or something like that, right? And yeah, with that said, if you have any questions or any comments like old time, write it in the comment section. In my next video, I will still show you how to create this tentacle separately. Like, I hope you already watched this video, which I linked in my last video, because I will make this rigging. Yes, this so that we learn also a little bit how to rig in Unreal Engine, because that can help a lot also if you know how to animate some little parts. And with that said, see you in the next video. Good luck, and like old time, have fun. Bye.